Welcome guys, in this video we're going to learn how to use the using statement. This is powerful because it replaces like a try finally. In other words, it calls the correct method so that objects are properly disposed of. Okay? In other words, it cleans up low-level resources and so on, so there are no memory leaks. Okay, so using system and then using system.io. And this plays a role especially when you're doing low-level access, when, for example, writing to drives and so on. Okay, so namespace sample, and now class program, and we are going to say here static void main, and here next we will say this. Let me delete this. Now what you're going to say is using. Now you're going to say here text writer like this. Okay, that's a class. Give it the name writer equals, and now you're going to say file dot create text. Okay, then you're going to put that symbol there for the little string like that, and now you're going to say data and then log txt. Now within the body you're going to just say writer dot write line, and you're going to say console dot read line. Okay, so this will read from the console and then save to a file using this using block. And remember, the purpose is very simple: dispose of all the objects correctly once this is completed, so that all of the resources are cleaned up nicely. Okay, especially when you're accessing the drive. All right. So let's take a look at another example now. To read back, you're going to say using again, and I will say text reader. Okay, and then reader equals, and now you're going to say file.open, and now you're going to specify the file name, so data and then log.txt. Right, put the braces in there. Okay, so now this will read for us. Let me make sure I didn't mistype anything here. So file.open text, rather, that's what I should have typed here. There you go. Alright, so to read we are going to say string line and then while line here equals reader.read line, like that. While that's not null, it's just stuff to continue reading. In other words, you are going to say console.write line and then line, and close out with a semicolon. There you go. Okay, so that's simple. That's that code. So here we have two using blocks, one that will write, dispose of resources, and one that will read and then properly dispose of resources. Okay, now including the first one will dispose of writer properly, and the second one will dispose of reader properly. There you go. Let's just do console.read key at the end, and that's it. So this looks good. Let's give it a build. Let's give it a start. So this is some text to be saved to a file, and notice that it reads back automatically also. Okay, so that confirms that it's working. Alright, so let's take a look at log.txt. Let's confirm that it exists. So cmd for command prompt. Navigate a couple directories down, cd data, right, and then notepad, and then log.txt, and it says this is some text to be saved to a file, so that confirms that it really has been written. Close it, and there you go. And here, if you go debug and step into, it's pretty simple, as you can see. But if you expand it, it's going to provide a lot of other information. Okay, so it tells you UTF-8 encoding, like that. And a lot of other detail here. Okay, very low level detail. Alright. So some text to write. And enter. Okay, now reader is null at first, of course, as you can see. Then you get the line. And now you read. While it's not null. There you go. And then you can close it. There you go. So That's it for this video. You've learned how to use the using statement. Remember the purposes. Nice and professional cleanup of resources, and objects that are used are also then properly disposed of. And that's it. So thanks very much, and I'll see you in another video.